people of the internet future, my Phoenician family of 222 subscribers. Thank you so much for clicking on my video about IMethod Beauty. I'm hawking an eyebrow stamp from IMethod Beauty. I'm doing more of an explanation than demonstration, but the good people at IMethod Beauty gifted me the eyebrow stamp, and I said, I am your gal for an eyebrow stamp, because, well, let me show you. This is it after the product. They're actually filled in, but let me show you some before and after pictures as well as an explanation. So, whoa, here's some before pictures of my brows. This is as a result of women of my generation being told to constantly wax and pluck. So this is the end result of misadventures in dermaplaning and over-waxing. And maybe a little bit of over-plucking. But here's an after photo. You can see it's filled out in the different... This photo also is an after photo. I'm very pleased with it. Right here. You can see a stencil. And the effect of the stenciling is more of a stamp. And here are all the tools. It comes in a wonderful little envelope that has the little pomade itself, the stencils, and a little sponge thing I'm about to show you. And here are the stencils themselves. Not anything to be intimidated by. Just pop the holes out, hold it up to your brow, hold it up to the holes, and stamp away. I'll show you right now. So again, thank you IMethod Beauty for gifting me this. They asked me to demonstrate if I liked it, and I love it. I love it. So let me show you, I showed you already actually, all of the tools involved. This is what you do. I want to explain it because I've seen people like actually demonstrate it and they struggle. They'll struggle with the stencil, right? And I'm going to boldly say that the stencils itself and the pomade and actually using it, because it's a stamp after all, is actually quite simple. No need to overthink. The only reason why you may see people struggle with it when they demonstrate online is because they're also dealing with lighting, doing it on camera. I'm not doing it on camera because I don't have a tripod. Right now it's like 3:30 in the morning. Maybe I should be whispering from my bathroom in New Jersey so that my lighting is just crazy. But I tried it, right? And this is how you do it. This is how you do it. You brush it with a spoolie. See? Brush it with a spoolie. And then here's the pomade, right? Smells nice. Smells like pomade. So here's the special sponge. I said sponge, not brush. As you can see, I used it already. I've done it. But it's very spongy. And in the instructions, there's excellent directions on how to keep this little sponge brush clean. So this is why I don't want to do it on camera. So you get your pomade, you open it up, you hold the stamp up, and they have, as I showed you, that you have different stencils, but don't overthink it. Especially like if you're with me, like with gaps in your brows, like I explained. It's so much easier to look at it in person. You just tear off there's like a little transparency on it. And then in the mirror, you just hold up the stencil to match with the gaps. And in my case, I bring it together. And you just do one at a time. But you have your pomade on your counter. And with your pomade on the counter, you just stamp the pomade. You don't go heavy hand. It's very similar. It reminded me of using like Ace Beauty eyeshadow, where it's like pigmented, so you go lightly and blend it out. It's the same principle, except instead of brushing on eyeshadow, you're stamping on pomade. So when you have the pomade on the counter, you just stamp the sponge in, you use your finger, your middle finger as leverage. And what could be better than using a middle finger as leverage? I had to say something smart. But you stamp it, and then with the stencil held up to your brow, looking in the mirror, exactly to how you want it, you just stamp it through the stencil. Stamp and stamp. And that's it. There's no need to struggle or anything. And I'm going to show you some after photos right now I'll just keep talking right through the after photos, is the definite advantage of using this stamper as opposed to just using, my favorite Kosas brow filler, is that when you use a brow gel like this, you're just filling in the gaps and you're kind of winging it, right? But with a stencil, you're actually giving yourself decent shape. And here's my after photos. I was really thrilled with it. I really like how it looks, especially in person. Camera is so different than in person. But let me tell you something, as I'm exposing all of my internet secrets, is that I use, you'll see this in the before pictures where you can see my scalp in the before pictures. When I wear makeup, I also apply makeup like dark brown eyeshadow to my head. And I blot it with a cotton round, not a reusable one, but the kind of cotton you toss away. And I just eyeshadow my head. That's a thing that women do when their hair is thinning out. In my case, it's hereditary. My grandmother's hair just thinned right out to baldness. And I think it's related to diabetes. But this pomade stamp really matches with the eyeshadowing. More so because it's a stamp, not just the brow gel. So I really have to thank the good people at IMethod for letting me sample this product, for letting me demonstrate it. And this is something I'm going to use regularly. And after you stamp it, you just brush it again. You don't go heavy-handed, because the color shade that IMethod gave me was the color 10. So it's very heavy, but matches my eyeshadowing. I shadow my head. So I hope you really enjoyed this brief demonstration. I want to keep it short and sweet. Let me know what you think of this, of how it went. Let me know what you think of my results. If you're interested, I have the Amazon store down below in the description. And if you're interested in purchasing this IMethod eyebrow stamp, you use a code IMethodFans for 10% off. So thank you so much to IMethod. Thank you for watching this video. And I'm going to use this on the regular. I love the look. I love the look. It's so polished and together. And I prefer this over Kosas brow gel, which is a huge thing to say. So thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you next time. I've got a BoxyCharm base spoilers video cooking. So see you next time, friends. And here are all of IMethod's socials, as well as their Amazon store listed in the description box below.
Headliner, I challenge you to a game of horseshoes. A game of horseshoes.